everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Naysha Nicole, and in today's video we're going to talk about my beauty school experience. So I did have like a kind of hard time with beauty school and going to beauty school, and at a point in time I was kind of like, oh my god, I cannot wait till this is all over with and where I'm in a salon or where I want to be at in my career, because I knew I wanted to do this. I knew I wanted to be in the beauty industry and be a lash artist and a brow artist and all that. So I just couldn't wait to get through this whole process and basically being where I want to be in my life and out of school. Okay, so before I entered beauty school, I was already interested in beauty, everything beauty, makeup, eyelashes, anything that had to do with the beauty industry. I can remember being in high school in my, I think, freshman and sophomore year in high school, and my school that I went to had like an orientation for cosmetologists, like future cosmetologists, and anyone who wanted to be in the beauty industry. And you just sign up and you go to this kind of like a meeting where like the beauty schools come to you and they tell you about their school. And so if you did want to enroll and sign up after high school, you were able to. And so I remember being the only person in my class and in my whole group of friends at that time who wanted to sign up and who was really interested in learning about this cosmetology school. Because in high school at the time, I wanted to be a hairdresser. I wanted to do hair, which is funny now because I'm a lash artist. But yeah, I wanted to do hair at the time. Now I can't stand hair, and I can't see myself ever being a hairdresser because it's a lot, and I'm just not into hair. I love lashes. So I remember going to this meeting or this orientation or whatever you want to call it, and I remember being so interested in it, being so like excited to even enroll in something like that, because I feel like, okay, well, this is more me, this is something I could see myself doing. And at the time I was so young, I figured that's what I'm gonna do. But eventually I ended up telling a couple of my friends and my family members and saying, oh, okay, I want to be a hairdresser, I want to own my own salon one day, and I want to do this and that, I want to get in this field after high school. And I remember a couple of them saying, a majority of them telling me, well, that's not good money, that's not a real career. And I got really discouraged about it. And so I ended up not even, signing up right after high school, or, I just gave up that part of me, that passion at the time. After high school, I just ended up going to a community college, and I just went to a community college, and that's what I did after high school. But I could remember me, deciding that that was what I was going to do in high school, and I knew that was for me. But I got super discouraged because the majority of the people in my life at the time told me, no, don't do that, it's not a real career, and you're not gonna make a lot of money, and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say I regret not going at the time, because I truly feel that everything happens for a reason. And when you're in the beauty industry, you do have to have a mindset, a strong mindset. You have to be strong and stand in your power and be really confident in yourself to know, okay, this is my passion, this is what I'm going to do. Because in the beginning, whether you're doing lashes, facials, hair, whatever, it's going to be hard. You're new, so you're going to want to give up. And so I feel like at the time where I started believing in myself and wanting to start, my career in the beauty industry, I had so much confidence in myself, and I was so sure that this was something that I wanted to do. Even though it took me so many years after high school, I still today did it. So my thing is, never give up on your dreams, or never give up on something you really want to do unless you decide to do it and then you tried it and it didn't work out. That's when you can give up on it and decide, okay, well, it's not for me. For beauty school, I was partying out a lot. I was drinking, hanging out, living the city life. That was like my thing. I had no real goals. All I thought about was, okay, I need to work so I can make money and go out and hang out. I really didn't have any real lifelong goals for myself, because yeah, I'm still kind of young. But before I started beauty school, I live in a big city, and so to me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna have fun, and that's what all I really cared about before beauty school. once I decided to go, I had to decide, okay, is this something I really wanted to do? If so, I need to switch up my life a little bit around and make sure that I don't, you know, kind of mess up my whole career. And so I actually decided to go part-time to beauty school because I know a lot of girls go full-time to get it over with. I knew within myself that I wasn't gonna go full-time from early morning to early evening. I knew I wasn't gonna make it to school that long. So I went from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday every week. I was considered an evening esthetician. The way I picked my school was I did a lot of research because anytime I find something I want to do, I do a lot of research on it. And I wanted a school where I was able to have a ceremony. I wanted to feel like, okay, if I'm gonna sacrifice my life now because my life was pretty chill, it's pretty cool, then I want to make sure that my family and friends are able to come and see me walk and finish school, because cosmetology school, beauty school is college. And so I was like, well, I want a school like that, and I also want a school where I'll learn a lot as well, because some schools in my city, they don't have a ceremony. Basically, all the people in your school lines up for you and they clap for you as you clock out on your last minute of your last day of school. And I didn't want that. I wanted a whole ceremony. I wanted people to come and get dressed up to see me graduate. And so that's what I did, and that's the main reason why I paid to my school. So my school was about $18,000 for an esthetician program, and I believe for the cosmetology program is around $22,000, something like that, around those numbers. And so the way I was able to afford school, because my mom and dad didn't give me money for school, you know, I'm an adult, I paid for everything on my own. And so the way I could afford beauty school is, one, I applied for financial aid and I got some money for that. And then also I applied for a grant with my school where it's kind of like you fill out these questions and these tests. If you get a high enough score, it determines how much money you get. And I got a high enough score to where I got some money off. So all in total, I believe the remaining from the $17,000, $18,000 that I started with, on my last day, I had a balance of around $7,000, $8,000. And so if you're like me, if you had to apply for a grant or financial aid and you still owed money, the beauty school that you went to should have allowed you 6 months after your last day of school to, you know, find a job, save up, so you're not worried about it so much right after beauty school. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the struggles I had while in beauty school, because I'm sure anyone who went to beauty school, you've had some struggles as well. And anyone who's thinking about beauty school, I'm sure you've heard of things about beauty school, you know, the myth of beauty school is like high school, whatever. And yeah, I literally was in the bad girls club in my beauty school. Okay, so let me talk about the first week of my beauty school experience, or the first couple of days. So in my class, we had to introduce ourselves to each other and kind of tell each other about our lives or whatever. And our teacher did the same, and it was pretty cool. Like, your first 2 weeks is pretty cool. It's pretty chill. Nobody hates each other yet. But quickly you'll come to realization that everyone has their own personality, and you know, some people might be outspoken or might be drama queens or might be very shy into themselves or whatever, you know. In my class, there was an age range. So you had girls in my class from 18 all the way to like their mid 40s, early 40s. And yeah, so it ranged in my class. And so in my class, I feel like everyone got along in the beginning. But you know, my class was there for almost a full year, and so when you're around someone for a full year and you know you're around their personality, your personality might be different. So not gonna lie, you guys, there was some drama in my class. And you know, I later on found out that every class at my beauty school had a little bit of drama. You know, I think that's pretty normal. It's kind of inedible because it's like you have big egos, you have girls who feel like they're better at this and this. I feel like anytime you're in a group of setting with a lot of women, it's gonna get a little bit catty. And then also another thing I want to add, like that was a struggle in my school, in my class that I had to deal with, was teachers switching out so fast. You know, you'll get a teacher and then she'll go to like a different class, or she'll quit, or something happened, you know, or she wanted to go to the morning time or whatever. Like, my class has so many teachers switching in and out, and it's kind of like, okay, you can't really like get too attached to a teacher and feel like, okay, let me go to this teacher. Okay, she knows that I know this topic more better than the other one, so next time I come to class and we have an assignment, she knows that she needs to, you know, probably put me in a position where I'm gonna learn more about that topic that I need help on. But let me also think about the positives of having teachers switch in and out, because the only good positive about that is that every teacher has a different method of teaching, and you might learn something different from that teacher to this teacher, and you know, that's pretty good, I guess. Like I said, yeah, it is a positive thing to have your teachers or switching teachers in and out, because every teacher has a different way of teaching, and you might learn something really good from a certain teacher. But I remember there was an incident of a teacher that I had in my freshman module, which is basically when we were only doing book work and we were only doing tests here and there and learning the basics of everything that we were going to be hands-on. And I remember having this teacher, and she was new at teaching, and so she's never taught before, and she didn't know how to teach a class. And our class wasn't like 100% perfect. Like I said, we had a little bit of drama in my class, and I remember getting into it with this teacher and almost getting like kicked out of beauty school because for whatever reason, I don't know what she said to my school, but you know, yeah, I almost got kicked out of school because I got into it with my teacher because she wasn't being a good teacher, you guys. Another struggle that I felt like I had to deal with in school was basically feeling like I didn't feel like my money was being, you know, like it was worth what I was being taught. I felt like every time a teacher would switch in and out, like we have to start all over with a teacher. And this is with schools in general. I feel like schools only teach you the basics of everything you need to know. I feel like I was taught enough information so that I would pass state board. And also, you know, I went to school originally for eyelash extensions only, which now I do eyelash extensions and waxing for now, and later on I'll be doing microblading. But I originally went to school only for eyelash extensions because in my state, you have to be licensed to even be doing that. So that's the original reason why I went to beauty school. With that being said, I felt like, okay, so yes, I'm excited. So when I start learning eyelash extensions in school, it's gonna be so great. You guys, we touch bases on eyelash extensions and makeup, which is, you know, more of my style. We were really more into facial, you know, which is fine because an esthetician is someone who's all about skin and, you know, facial. But also with the whole program, you're supposed to be learning skincare, lashes, makeup, you know, that kind of field. And we touch basics on the two things that I really wanted to know, which now I'm really into waxing and eyelash extensions and tinting eyebrows, which we also learned in school. But like I said, we touched bases on that. We didn't really go into depth about eyelash extensions or makeup. So they actually offered everyone in my beauty school to sign up and pay a small fee for a training, which I'm sure every beauty school has that person. But like I said before, you're paying a lot of money for beauty school. So when you have to also pay more money for a training class that you know you're already supposed to be taught, it kind of makes you feel like, well, damn. So yeah, I just feel like wish I would have been taught more about the topics that I really wanted to know instead of, you know, doing facials all the time. That's one of the struggles I felt like I dealt with. Okay, I'm going to talk about the positives of beauty school and my experience. So the positives that I had in my school was getting free services. Definitely take advantage of that because when you're out of school, you're going to have to go back to paying. And it's not a lot of money that you have to pay, but if something's free, who doesn't like free? You know what I mean? So that's a big bonus. That's a big plus. I love that. I did take advantage of the gel manicures and all that good stuff. So that was cool. Also, eventually I did end up on the floor after learning all the textbooks and taking all the tests, because believe it or not, like you guys, before I signed up for beauty school, I didn't know that beauty school was going to be so hard. And you know, normally you hear that, oh, it's beauty and makeup and hair and lashes, whatever, you just think it's going to be all fun. And beauty school is hard. You know, you have to learn all this fundamental stuff that you have to know before you can even be on the floor and be hands-on. So once I got on the floor and I was hands-on, I was doing facials on actual clients, and I was doing lashes on the girls or anyone who would let me, and all that good stuff. I was really happy about that, and it was really exciting. So that's a good bonus, that's a good plus of going to beauty school, is having hands-on work. Also, it is a bonus to be able to go to school in the evening, because while I was in school, I was also working and trying to balance out work, school, and my personal life. And so I'm really glad I had the option to go to school and start school at 5 p.m. at nights. Another good positive is that, yes, you're gonna have drama in your class or in your school, but you know, eventually you form a little group that you go to lunch with every now and then with, and you know, you guys hang out and just be chill. And eventually those girls end up being super cool. Those girls end up being some of the girls you talk to after you're done with school, and you guys connect still and network with each other. So by the end of my program, I had no drama. I was set on making up all my hours, and so yeah, that was like my main goal. And so, you know, normally when you're in high school, you have like senioritis or whatever, and you feel like, okay, I don't want to go to class, and you tend to come in a little late. Well, like I said in my previous video, check that out, my first video about my beauty tips. I had to make up a whole bunch of hours. I didn't have time to have senioritis and not go to school, because I wanted to finish on my last day, on my official last day. And so yeah, I didn't have time for that, unfortunately. But yeah, I knew by the end of my program who supported me, who really supported me, and who, you know, was there for me and wanted me to do well in my career and just wanted me to do good in general. Because for you to go to beauty school or to school in general for almost a full year and to have to deal with things with life, it's kind of like you need support, you need some type of motivation. And I got that from a lot of my family members, most of my friends. And so, you know, that just proved to me who wants me to win and wants me to do good in life. So with that being said, I just want all you guys to know that, you know, make sure that this is your passion. If you're in the beauty industry, make sure that this is something that you want to do for a long period of time, because it does take a lot of motivation and determination and a lot of your time and energy. And sometimes you're not going to have that support system, and you know, have people who are rooting for you or people who want you to win. And so you have to root for yourself, and you have to be able to know that, okay, this is something I want to do, this is my passion, and whether someone's with me or not, whatever drama comes my way, whatever obstacles I have to go through, I'm gonna do it because this is what I want to do. So that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with. This is the end of this video. Hopefully you liked hearing about my beauty school experience. If you guys can relate or have similar experiences in your class when you went, please do leave a comment down below, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Bye.